Good evening, everybody. I'm here again. Who knew? Let me see, what other madness do we have going on today? Let's see. Come on, work with me. There we go. Let's bring those up again. That way I can see if anybody here. There we are. Destiny 2 band rehearsal. Okay, gotta sit down and figure out why it is it keeps coughing that one up, but my apologies. Ooh, what's that? I got a new helmet. It is even a dark helmet. I couldn't resist. 205, 200. Let's see. Yeah, what the hell? Put that there. Okay. I was thinking about working on some end of game stuff, but I still don't know how to work some of the stuff of the big last fight, so I'll do my research on that and then put it up so that way you can sit there and listen to the sound of me screaming over and over again. 200, don't need it. Okay, 205. Remember, kids, number goes up, means it's good. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't look at that yet. And then it'll be time for strikes. Oh, just got done with the workday and my feet are like, hey, do you remember what excruciating agony feels like? Well, this is what it's like. And you're like, oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to have to do that then. Okay. And don't really need those. Okay. Is there anything here I really want to buy? More gear! Okay, I've got both of those. Got all of those. We'll come back to that. Because let's face it, if I was going into combat, I too would be sitting around going, yeah, but what's the best toy for this battle? Bastion. Okay, the fact that the grenade launcher is called Anarchy is kind of a fun one. Do I need another hand cannon? No. Do I want one? Probably. Alright. Let's see. They keep insisting on trying to make me use swords, so I might as well at least have one that I can really put foot to ass with. Sniper rifle. Fusion rifle. Shotgun. Might as well. Starting a collection. And any other legacy gear? Oh wait, I just did that. Duh. Okay. Bounce. 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 Trust me, if I could jump like these guys do, I would be tiggering here, there, and everywhere. That was with a T. Just in case anybody was wondering. Okay. Destinations. I haven't done Gambit in a while either. I wonder. Oh. Well, that's interesting. They got rid of that? Did they? Okay, maybe if you press the correct button, good things might happen. Crucible. Alright, let's start with the strike. And we'll take it from there. Onward into battle. The carnage, the destruction, all the goodies. Oh, and of course, Today's stream is brought to you by Trader Joe's Sparkling Water. Because it's the middle of the week and, at this point in time, a few beers into the evening, I don't know, tomorrow I might be a little slow. Okay. I'm going to have to trim that just a bit. Because I got to show off my weird ass lighting that's going on in the background. All right. Might have to go back to my old ship. These guys are rocking some good ones. But then they also had, this is from a collection called Event Horizon, and seeing as how that's one of my favorite movies ever, I could not resist the opportunity. Oh goody, we're on the moon. Howdy. Sucks to be you. Alright. And after a long day of helping people heal, now it's time for some grade A violence. Alright, over here. Oh look, more bad guys. Howdy fellas. Ah, I almost pulled it off. I'll try it again next time. I want to do the Captain America flying shield throw thing, but I still need more practice. What can I say? Sincerely hope nobody watching this gets motion sick. Oh god, yeah. I forgot this is one of those ones with short-circuiting on it. If you hold still for too long, you start taking damage. It's kind of your sadistic PE coach's wet dream. Ooh, okay, made up for the earlier shield miss with a twofer. Again, that's totally not like phosphorus. Okay, let's get some health going. Time would be a good time to focus on that whole staying alive thing. Today is a perfect day for a psychotic rampage. Alright. Is it necessary for me to haul off and punch the enemy to death? No. Is it fun? Yes. Boom! Your head exploded. Time for a nice purple ball. It was an intriguing day at work today, so expect me to be slightly goofier than usual. Oh, you look so much better in all those pieces. Hello, I'm Guardian David, captain of the Smartass team. Greetings, gentlemen. I believe I require no introduction. Long story short, I am indeed the man with the gun. I got the ball. It's not very important, but, you know, well, it's important to the mission, but whoever gets it, not that big a deal. Excuse me, gentlemen. I have places to be. Boom! Dunk! Run. If you see those guys with the green heads, it is time to haul ass. They're basically alien suicide bombers. They climb up onto you, and then they explode. Which, as you can guess, is every bit as much fun as it sounds. You! Oh, there we go. And hi! Greetings, gentlemen. I'm afraid you have the misfortune of being in my way. Now I get time to find that cover I've heard so much about. Okay, so that's taken care of. Alright, let's stay alive. That didn't help. Apparently the irony gods decided to say hello. Advance. Greetings. And bolt in the face. My grenade has right of way. Okay, next up. Destiny 2, a game where somebody said, what would happen if we gave knights armor, automatic weapons, and grenade launchers? And the answer was, pretty much what would happen when you gave them swords, just in larger amounts. You revive me? Okay, cool. Oh, that didn't sound good. Yeah, I saw that. I managed to at least get music off of there, but it kept band rehearsal. What are you going to do? Except for trying to figure out why the hell that issue is happening. I'm pretty sure it actually has something to do with the setting that was left on it when I put it on my iPad. Ah! Three. And so what I have to do is go back, reset my iPad, because we're not using that for band rehearsal anymore. There we go. Instead, I am taking my laptop and putting my other... Ah, goddammit! My other webcam hooked up to that, and then we'll be pushing up band rehearsal that way. And then Dave, of course, is sitting around trying to figure out the best way to get the sound through, so we'll see how that works. Come on, guys, stay alive out there. Destiny 2, band rehearsal. That's right. Because like in every other TV show back in the day, Destiny 2 needs a rock and roll episode.
As I do, Guardian.
Thank you.
The hatred she is eager
Excuse
to
me.
return that pain.
I am doing pretty well, actually. It was an intriguing day at work. My coworker somehow managed to scratch his cornea, but thankfully he was kind enough to finish out the day, but I'm hoping the best that he's going to be there tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. But in the meantime, I've got my brand new toy, and I'm waiting on a new SD card or two for that. I'm enjoying playing around with that way more than I did playing around with the Roland and the Groovebox. And I'm looking forward to, once I get the SD card set up properly, to doing a proper music stream on here. I don't know, apparently he actually came in with his eye hurting, so my guess is that he hurt himself somehow at home and just figured, he figured when we were, when he got there that it was just bad allergies or the basics of a cold, but nope, instead he'd actually managed to damage his eye. Boom! Call me when you land. And boom! Thank you for playing. So there. Birthday was nice. It was pretty mellow. I had a good, relaxing Sunday. Hung out with Kurt, Monique, excuse me, my buddy and editor, Jeff. Let me see. Jason Johnson from the Lincoln Crew turned up. And just basically had a nice, mellow, relaxing wandering around Benson kind of afternoon into evening, and then spent the last third of the evening sitting around having a pint and talking with the minister at my church about a project we're working on. And then, as usual, solving all the world's problems like you do. And then Monday was pretty much errand day, the actual birthday. And, got done with all of that at all the times that I expected it to. And long story short, it was just a nice, mellow, relaxing time. Pretty much what I needed, to be honest. I realized I've been having a conversation with a friend of mine, and in talking to her, I realized the sheer amount of actual living time that I seem to be cutting out of my life. I have to start reprioritizing what stuff I'm going to be doing. No, you dick. Nah, it's all good. I can definitely take Dalek, man. That was a good jam. Trust me, no matter how mellow my day is, I've always got time for intense and good music. That is just a given. I mean, I sat down and, for my birthday, made a playlist full of various and sundry industrial rock bands. So yeah, I think that was a good call. I'm definitely going back and re-listening to Ice and Tilla's catalog a lot more. There you go. There you go. Oh. Yeah. that. Anyone left? Gonna take a guess and say, wait, nope. Oh, there we go. Get some feeling back in my hand. And a nice short circuit. But yeah, I managed to also sit down on Monday and knock out the Patreon stuff, and then tomorrow, hopefully after I get everything reset on the card, I can mess around with a little bit of music, and then I'll spend some time Sunday and Monday working on the new book. Yay! I'm also taking the 27th off, so I might spend a lot of Saturday getting some writing done unless something else comes along in my way, which is always a possibility. Boom!
Here she comes.
Here she comes. Damn it. Thank you. Hopefully he's okay. Yes, he's okay. Take that. And, oh. Before I say take that, I should probably reload. Might have an impact. Both metaphorical and otherwise. Greetings. Oh god, I looked up her skirt. Got one. Again, totally not white phosphorus. How the fuck did I wind up over there? Yeah, I've been going through and realizing that I've basically been doing permutations on the same sets of bands now for like about a year. I'm like, yeah, now might be a good time to break that up a little bit. Take that. And that. Ooh. Hey, Lady Okra. I believe I know who you are. Welcome to the Madhouse. Hopefully you're not prone. Hopefully you're not prone to motion sickness. Okay, see, here's where my inner music obsessive sits there and goes, I understand, but they have to be the right live albums. Like, I am that absolute absurdist who remembers that one particular take on a track and then will hunt down that fucking record to make sure that I got it in my collection. Yay! Welcome! There's a,
It's over. Hash Ladoon is dead.
and there's much rejoicing.
This is a relief to hear. But Hashladoon's presence is no coincidence. The Hive must have grander ambitions for the Pyramid's influences. Return to me. There is much to discuss.
Alright. Let's see. What goodies did I get? Are there any of them ones I want to hold on to? Well, that I definitely do. That I definitely don't. stays. That stays. That gets boosted up. All right. Where is it? Show it to me. There we go. Here we see the gamer in their normal, excuse me, place of rest, sitting around there bitching about the sheer amount of gear that they have. Yeah, see, I've also run into that issue too. I'm sitting there and going, how did I end up liking 16 different versions of the same, or 16 different copies of the same damn song, mostly because they came up in a feed or something and went, hit like, and then I have to go back and edit the damn thing to make sure that that it doesn't wind up, suddenly turning into, I don't know, the all Gimme Shelter playlist. If we're talking about how long have I been playing this game today, probably about 20 minutes to half an hour. How long have I been playing this game overall? Probably about 4 years. Two friends of mine, Chris and Heather, I've known Chris since my freshman year of high school, needed a third to be a part of the game that they were playing, so they invited me in, and it has since become something of an addiction for me. I will literally sit here and play this game because the aesthetics of it match a story that I'm working on, and lose myself in that story.
Beneath the ruins of a cosmic ring, in the shadow of an old colony ship, we've located the House of Devil's Lair and the High Servitor.
Excuse me.
We must destroy this machine god and send their souls screaming back to hell.
Yes. Oh, there are so many times when I sit there and I'm like going through and, think of a particular song, I'll stumble into a cover version of it and then find all of the absurd other covers that I can find. Whee! That's right. Kick flipping onto my solar surfboard. Come on. Let's see how far I can take this today. Yes, I am the guy who keeps the vehicle paint shop in this world in business. Oh, I gotta go back now? Aw, man. Where are my dogs at? They're there. Hey, guys.
Fallen and Hive.
Yes, I do.
Let's hope we can avoid the crossfire.
There's, in the costuming of the various styles of characters that you can play, along with pants and chest armor and all of that, you can also, there's a fifth piece of armor, and like with hunters, it's cloaks. Excuse me. Okay, that did not go as planned. With hunters, it's cloaks. With titans, which is my preferred class, they have kilts. So immediately, and also this year for Pride Month, they put out a series of Pride colors and Pride-focused armors. And seeing as I got a bunch of trans friends, I immediately bought the trans-colored setup for it, and I went, screw it, I'm keeping it.
Great. The way out of here is sealed.
Oh yeah? Okay, who's hacking it? By the way, one of the funniest things I've ever done in this game was getting backed up into this corner and literally backed my ass onto a laser and died. Yep, that's right. Death by ass. Hey guys. I see you stopping by there. And yeah, customization options in this game sometimes allow me the opportunity to get very, very silly with this. The fact that I have a pink translucent kilt is something that I will definitely enjoy. Sorry, I love your comment. I'll never mind. I think I have slowly managed to build the X-Japan catalog in much the same way. I'm also now working on slowly building up a collection of the Lunacy catalog. I totally get it. You start picking up stray elements in your collection, then the next thing you know, I'm reaching the point with all the media that I have built up that I'm going to need another 4 terabyte hard drive. I will, on the other hand, not comment on how much of that might be porn. It's a bit embarrassing. You! Take that. Over here. Everybody has their vices. And
Just so you know,
and I also stumbled into doing a, I'm trying to think the right way to put it, but archiving project for some people I knew back in the day. I used to work as the bouncer at a strip club. End result was I got to meet and actually got pretty friendly with some of the adult film actresses who would come through there. Actually, the only porn that I have shot myself is on a hard drive that's not connected to the internet. I was actually did a shoot for a couple of friends of mine who basically wanted to have a video for fun.
Barrier is down. We can move now.
And so figuring that it's, them with no permission for it to be released anywhere else in the world, I made sure that that it's saved in case they want another copy of it or another edit or something along those lines. But at the same time, I wanted to make sure that it wouldn't wind up on the internet entirely by accident. I actually have a few other hard drives of photographs much the same way.
The layer is up ahead, under that colony, just on the other side of.
Oh, damn it. There we go. Yeah, on the list of things I really, really don't want to do, and especially these people are really good friends of mine. On the list of things I don't want to have to do is explain why it is that their intimate moment wound up on the fucking internet. And, seeing as how either one of those two ladies could most likely put foot to ass on me, and, that's another incentive to make sure that I play nice. Did I hit it? I did not hit it. That time I did hit it. Come on, where are you? Nope. Okay, that weapon works so much better when you load it. That apparently has an impact. And I have put a lot of time and energy into having something of a solid gold reputation as a photographer, especially in terms of... I get it? Tell me I got it. Okay, now it's dead. Oh, great, there's more of them. Ah, nah. Anyway, I've put so much time and effort into having a really good rep as a photographer that I don't really want that. Yeah, exactly, just that. I'm going to make sure that their stuff is set aside safe and secure. There's been more than a few times I've done shoots for people and then just told them to buy the SD cards, bring them to me, and then they can hold on to whatever they want. I'll just give them the SD cards back with the edited material on it. Greetings. Ah, I keep forgetting that thing doesn't track. And, oh, man, that shield to the face looked like that hurt. Not for long, but I'm sure it probably hurt. Okay, the backstory is humanity centuries ago had a golden age, and then when it came to an end, some of these alien forces, like these guys here, started arriving on the planet, basically trying to do their level best to loot it. So the first phase of the game was driving the aliens off the planet so that way you could regain control of your own world, and now the rest of it is trying to reclaim everything else that humanity put together out in space back in the day. And you happen to be a Guardian, and Guardians are intriguing characters because they literally died back during the era of the Golden Age, and these devices or creatures, depending upon how you want to view them, called ghosts, go looking for specific ones that can handle the gift of this thing called the light, which is basically what gives you your superpowers and such. There we go.
Well done. Sepix Prime cast a great shadow over our city. With its destruction, the fallen devils will rule. But we must stay vigilant. The fallen are crafty, and they will find ways to survive. They always do.
Okay, let's say something nice toward my teammates. Thank you. Really? Are we not doing that? Come on, work with me here. Stop telling me. Yeah, that was really cool. I also like the fact that the voice cast in this, let's see, Nathan Fillion, Gina Torres, God, why can't I remember his last name, but Lance, not obviously not Henriksen, but the guy who played Charon in the John Wick films, among other things. Let me see, I'm trying to think about, Odette Fair is definitely gets a lot of voice time in this, and Odette Fair has one of those voices I could spend years listening to. Launch. Move. Actually, they now have Keith David taking over the voice that Lance did prior to his passing, and he's actually done a remarkably good job. But now, basically, you go planet to planet, mission to mission, trying to solve, like in this case, I'm just doing short missions and such, but then they also have in-game and story missions where literally the fate of the universe hangs on what it is that you're doing. And in the current one, you're finding out who people used to be before they were Guardians, because one of the other things about being a Guardian is that when you get woken up and given your powers, you also lose any memory of who you were prior to this. And so you create your new... Are we doing this one again? All right.
Unless we strike them down. Beneath the ruins of the Cosmic Room, in the shadow of an old colony ship, we've located the House of Devil's Lair.
He talks about that. I am going to look up and see if I can...
Strength. We must destroy this machine guard and send their souls screaming back to hell.
Yes. And the guy who you just heard is Lance Reddick, who unfortunately passed, I believe, last year. And literally, you find out that, especially in this new story run, which way am I going here? Oh, okay, we're picking that up. I hope. Oh, we're running into this loop again. This one has become bugged. Hold on for just a second. Alright. I'll be returning to orbit, thank you very much. Okay, who just dropped that on me? Oh, okay. Not anyone I have to be that concerned about. Cool. Open portal. Ooh. Also, I have to point out, and this is something I mention on a somewhat regular basis, but I am a complete and utter experience point slut. And so whenever an opportunity presents itself for me to get more experience points, I just, give them to me. Because this game is all about giving me my little individual shots of dopamine. When you know, like any other game, you hit certain levels, you boost up things, you do this, you do the other thing. On the list of things that could wind up being pretty entertaining is one of the people I discovered. Yeah, totally me being a nerd, thank you. I own my nerddom so much. One of the people who I know plays this game with a fair amount of regularity is the... Hold on, let's back that up again. Okay, we'll go over here. Caldera. There we go. But one of the people I know who plays this game with some regularity is the minister of my church. So we've been sitting around talking about doing a stream where we sit here, blow the living hell out of aliens, while at the same time discussing theology and leftist politics. Actually, I'm going to be sitting around probably sometime this week or early next week doing a stream with another friend of mine, and she wants to talk about the current political situation and trans rights. And I'm like, yeah, you know, sitting around and shooting the living shit out of everything while we're sitting around talking about the stuff that's stressing us out makes perfectly good sense to me. I'm there for that. Boom. Oh, hello, Mr. Wall. Yes, that's right. The Dave Nesbitt Titan highlight reel often involves me whacking my head into things. Alright, where was I? Oh. I wonder if I got any further on any of those. Nope. How about here? Arrgh, that's irritating. Alright, I'll pick that up later. Okay. And destinations. Alright, give me a different mission this time, please. But in this current story cycle they're doing right now, you get to discover what some of the people who are Guardians were before they became Guardians. So you find out that one of the members of the group called the Vanguard was working as like an astrophysicist in the 1970s and then got like taken out by a train. And then 500 years later, a ghost found her and said, yeah, you look about right. Which, I want to do an RP stream where we're all sitting around going, okay, hang on, I woke up, I've got the worst hangover anybody could possibly imagine. Now you're handing me a weapon and saying go to war. Okay. Wouldn't have been my first choice, but here we are. Okay, didn't want to do the moon one again. If I run into this, I may go to solos next. Or maybe Gauntlet. No, Gambit. Yeah, that's it. And then I also play another game with my dear friend Puppetron here and a few others called Once Human, that is more of a horror fantasy sci-fi sort of thing. Did you die? Don't die. Okay. My very dear friend Lynn loves that game because it gives her the opportunity to be a homemaker with an automatic weapon. Well, usually she's more of a crossbow kind of person. Yay! Seems appropriate to me. You've been kind enough to put up with me for quite a while. I appreciate it. Wee, big jump. Seriously, if I had these boots, I'd be bouncing freaking everywhere. Oh, hi! Oh my god. He has wings, and I want them. Give them to me. Give me the wings. Okay, but if you're a dear leader in the next few years, if you could like hook me up with a really cool, I don't even need to show up to do it job, that would be awesome. Remember, when you're a Titan, your favorite option is punching your way out of any situation. Like that. Greetings, gentlemen. Sorry, I just had this... Oh, nice. Well done. Had this image in my mind of... Excuse me. The Rock as a dictator and simply going back to being the Great One. Yeah, just make sure that my official office is at Jake's and we'll be pretty much good to go, I think. Dunk!
The bridge is lowering. Let's move.
And rocket launcher to the face. Sure, I mean, shooting them in the head with a rocket launcher seems like overkill. And it is. But, you know, you got a reputation to keep up. You! Aw, it always disappoints me when I see the purple ammo go over the side. Yeah, the game has 3 types of weapons to it. Kinetic, which is what I'm firing now. Energy, which, you know, fire, electricity, void, a few other things. And then heavy weapons, which are fed by purple ammo, and that's like rocket launchers, grenade launchers, swords. Yes, you have ammo for swords. No, it doesn't make any sense to me either. I think it was mostly just a game balance thing. I'll take that. Thank you. So when you run into something that is... For me, I'm generally wandering around with a kinetic weapon most of the time. But if I'm going for a heavy weapon, it's either going to be a rocket launcher or a machine gun, just because I can either deliver one big massive amount of damage or fill the area full of enough lead to basically lay waste to everything in front of me. And then for the energy weapons, I like this one because it does an absurd amount of damage and pretty much just denies the area to the enemy, because going through all of that, as long as they stay in that area, means that they are, as we watch here, taking damage. And again, it's totally not white phosphorus. What we got here? Oh, hi. Take that. Ooh, purple. Fine. Be funny when Chris, Heather, and I are playing and one of us is running, and the problem is you can't exchange ammo between team members. So somebody's run completely out of heavy ammunition, and suddenly one of us will start singing, "I got heavy ammo," and the next thing you know, all you're hearing is pretty much your name, but with a lot of curse words added to it. Like I said, it's a great way to lower stress. As one of my favorite English comedians once said, there may have been a comparison to a birth canal. I don't know what that guy's firing, but I want it. Oh, and then in the next update to the game... Oh, cool. We're getting weapons from Star Wars. We're getting lightsabers, we're getting Han Solo's blaster, we're getting all that stuff. I also kind of want to have a Imperial Stormtrooper blaster so that way I can stand there and not hit shit. I am currently playing with a team right now. When you're not with like your clan or anything along those lines, you get assigned team members, but now they also have come up with batches of solo missions. I might get one of those to try next just to kind of show it off. But also the solo missions are kind of fun. I mean, the whole thing is fun, but that's just me. Growing up in an Irish family, you learn how to speak the language of understatement. Also, I won't have to be running around like an idiot to avoid taking damage. Just by standing still. Like that. Here we go to this side. Say hello to my grenade. Well, that was easy enough. Okay, now I don't want to keep moving. I was jogging all day at work today. Oh, look. Hey! Oh, look, they made us a shooting gallery. Work itself actually wasn't half bad. The only weird thing was that somehow my coworker on the shift managed to scratch his cornea before he arrived at work. Thought he was having some sort of allergy issue and eventually ended up having to go to emergency. He is going to be okay, but it was just one of those kind of like, dude, I think I need to go to ER, and I'm like, which is never the thing you want to hear during a work day. Of course, having also been the guy who said that on a couple of occasions, I also can't really bitch at him about it either. Hopefully your work day treated you well today. Also, I finally found a really, really good set of work shoes, so I'm going to break down and buy a couple more pair. Good point. I mean, let's face it, those guys were basically dripping in plot armor. Ooh. Hopefully the massage did you some good. Alright, here we go.
Here she comes.
Ooh. She dropped the shield level real quick. Boom! Dunk. me, like, finding good work shoes, because we put in, on at, like, a slow day at work is like 12,000 steps. A really, really busy day at work is like 22,000. And with my history of leg injuries and such, being able to, continue walking without limping is kind of a trick sometimes. So when I find a company that's making shoes that work for me, oh yeah, they absolutely get all my business. Currently, I got to give Puma mad cred. They make really, really good ones for me. Boom.
Eris, it's over. Hash Ladoon is dead.
And there was much
This
rejoicing.
is a relief to hear. But Hash Ladoon's presence is no coincidence.
Okay,
The
let's
Hive
thank my
must
team.
have grander ambitions for the pyramid's
And those team.
influences. Return to me. There is much to discuss.
Alright. What goodies did I get out of this? Nice, nice. Neither one of them are ones I need. Okay, what is that set to? Okay, set that up. 200. Okay, I feel a certain nerd-like obligation to actually get you caught up to at least, the most basic elements of that particular film series. It's one of those ones, like, if I'm sitting around here and having the great debate between various science fiction fans, I'm far more of a Star Trek guy, but I will always have a weak spot in my heart for Star Wars. That is one of those ones for me that, being a kid in 1977 and, that big rush was totally, of that film was totally one of my great moments. I respect your mom's sense of taste. Yeah, I have a deep and abiding love for the whole of the Star Wars universe, or excuse me, Star Trek universe. It's one of those ones where I sit there and I'm like, it has, yay. Okay, now that we have gathered the group together, we can sit here and bash Star Wars fans. Oh, just kidding. But there's something about that world and the promise of it that just kind of makes me smile. Okay. Now then, I have not done destinations. Thank you. I haven't done Gambit in a while. This could get ugly. By the way, prepare to hear an awful lot more cursing than usual. But, like, the Star Trek universe to me is one of those ones where the promise of that ability for us to finally get along and maybe get out and do some good things is something that I will find myself never tiring of. That, and I also got to give mad cred to Anson Mount for making what is probably one of my favorite captains in the Star Trek universe. Okay, that's an interesting combination. But then again, we all had the various and sundry stars that we grew up on, so I totally get it. I mean, to me, it's like, I had it. had it. It'll be there. And oh yeah, thinking of odd combinations involving William Shatner, I still smile thinking of William Shatner and Henry Rollins doing a song together, quite a few years ago. But hearing Rollins tell the story of working with him in the studio is just an absolute scream. Because every time he's talking about what William Shatner was saying, he goes into that stereotypical impersonation of Shatner's voice. Oh, yes way. Okay, I'm going to wait a couple of minutes for these guys to get their act together. So I think if I can find this. There we go.
Let's go. Ready?
Okay, got that. Let's see. There you are. Check your chat. I just dropped the song in there. And let me see if I can find. Okay, there we go.
And I woke up the next morning and...
Okay. Found that. There we go. And I just... Really? We're only up to 6, huh? And I dropped the first part of Henry Rollins talking about working with William Shatner. And then, just because it wasn't absurd enough, it was a session that was produced by Ben Folds of Ben Folds 5. And somewhere along the line, they realized they needed a guitar sound in there. So they left to go to lunch. And when they came back, one of the all-time great Ace session men of all time is sitting in the studio, a guy by the name of Adrian Belew, who's played for David Bowie and the Talking Heads and King Crimson. Like, the guy's never hurting for work. And like, Henry Rollins just flips out because he is a massive Adrian Belew fan. He's like, "Why are you doing this session?" And they said, "Yeah, we've got a session for you, Henry Rollins and William Shatner." And he's like, "How many times is that ever going to happen? I'll be right over." Come on, give me one more Guardian! Please? Maybe? Come on. Seven of 8. Come on. You can do it. I have faith in you. You can find one more Guardian. Maybe not. I don't know. Also, like on further review, looking at my ship, like the exterior does actually look like Damascus steel. It's the little things. And come on. Please? I guess not. All right. Really? Come on. Nope. Third tries the charm. All right, I'm backing out of this because that wasn't working. So instead I'll do a solo mission. So there. That'll show them. Let's see. Skywatch. Let's try this. Let's customize it. My bad. We'll do that. Okay. Now that. Oh wait. No. Hold it. Shit. Nope. Okay, this could be involved. We'll see. Prepare for the screaming and the dying and the more screaming and the dying and screaming and stuff. Okay.
We're planet-side, Saint. En route to the nearest objective.
All right.
Very good. Expect heavy resistance, just as you like it.
Heavy resistance, just as you like it. Okay, I admit, it's a little kinky, but you know. I mean, let's face it. Humpback whales totally helped make his career for quite a bit. I also have to admit, this is one of my favorite Star Trek films. Take that. Shit. Howdy, fellas. Take that. And that. Yeah, that film is just plain, especially, I think, after... Excuse me. Especially after 3, I think they were like, okay, we need to go a little lighter. And of course, 2 is always going to be one of my all-time favorites. Oh yeah, there's always those particular ones where you sit there and you're like, you know, the memory of the person that you saw it with, spent most of your time watching it with, has a tendency to haunt the actual film itself. Yes, please, and I'll definitely take that. Oh. Greetings, gentlemen. Yeah, my dad and I used to sit around and watch, Monty Python's Life of Brian, which is an all-time favorite of mine, but you do kind of feel the absence when you're watching the film and you're not hearing the sound of that particular person laughing at it. Where are you? There you are. Ah! Oh, it's okay. You're... Up here. Yes, thank you. Hi, guys. I'd like to introduce you. I'm the Crazy Human, who some idiot decided to resurrect and hand explosives and automatic weapons to. Congratulations, you're awake, you're alive, you're well, and now you're well armed. Although thinking of John Wayne and Star Trek connections, I was going through and watching, like, the movie The Green Berets came up in my feed and I couldn't resist it, and realizing that George Takei plays one of the central characters of that film, which I'm sure had to thrill all the Vietnamese of having a Japanese playing one of theirs, considering the, shall we say, unfortunate history. There we go. Of course not. You, take that. Boom! Yeah, I can understand that. Some of it didn't particularly age well, and especially if it's associated with somebody, it can make it pretty difficult to watch. On the other hand, I will sit down, and I can never remember the name of the film, but it's got him, Dean Martin, and Ricky Nelson. Circus World, I'm not even familiar with. But now I'm kind of intrigued. Yes, thank you. I will definitely take that. Let's see. Am I going the right way? Okay, that'd be cool to see. Oh God, just smiling thinking of the time of back in the day when you actually had to switch the tapes on certain films. I had to explain to my dad that we'd gotten the Godfather set, and he was just a little irritated by it. And I'm like, literally, if they tried to make the basically the tape in there capable of handling the actual length of that film, it would have probably made the tape a little too fragile to use more than, say, 10 or 20 times. Then after that, it pretty much would have just kind of, like, evaporated. Oh, yes. List of things I genuinely enjoy about streaming, DVDs, things like that, is not having to drop the damn thing into a rewinder or blowing out the... Excuse me. Which way am I going? I'm going that way. Or worrying about blowing out the motors in your VCR over a period of time. Welcome to I Can't Hit Shit. Come on, I put sights in this weapon for a reason. I mean, they look cool too. Oh, hi. Oh, goody! Mine's fucking everywhere. Ooh. On the other hand, if you use them. Yeah, with the sheer amount of films that I sat around and watched on a routine basis, I lived in the middle of nowhere, Wisconsin as a kid. So, I was a regular at my local video store. Okay, go ahead. Hide there. I'm sure that's not going to end poorly at all. Oops. I was kind of amused working at Metro Community College in their AV department and seeing the sheer number of VHS rewinders that they, like, literally I think there was like a stack of 80 of them that were, shall we say, in various states of disrepair. Yeah, I broke down and bought a VHS to DVD recorder for doing archiving stuff for people. And now I'm having fun going back and taking a look at my old VHS collection because there's a lot of stuff out there that I just can't get on DVD due to rights issues and all the usual stupid Hollywood shit. The VHS DVD recorder, I bought that off of Amazon. You can also find them on eBay. If I get half of a brain, I'll actually look up the model in question. Oh, that would explain it. Which way am I going? The wrong way. Oh look, another mine. And then, okay, here's when you know you've kind of developed a bit of a AV problem. Oh, the part where I said that was at Metro Community College. I was a tech for their AV department. And so periodically we used to have to go through and just clear out old gear that either wasn't being used or wasn't capable of being used anymore. And so you go up into this big cage full of gear. Ooh. Ben has my attention. Greetings. Have you seen the Gwar documentary? Oops. Because that was enjoyable and quite inspiring. Also, God, I can't remember the name of the freaking show. Oh my god. Okay, gotta arrange a hangout, because the Gwar documentary totally made my year when I saw it. Oh god. Because, you know, heavy metal and the Grand Guignol went together perfectly well. I'm trying to remember the name of the show that Odorous was on. But it also had Dee Snider from Twisted Sister. And the idea of Odorous on a sitcom is still, you know, let's just say that is definitely comedy gold. Where's my target today? There we are. mean, seeing as how Gore really established their rep as a live act, I can see how they would put out quite a few videos to sell to the crowd. Okay, where are you, piece? Take that. Come on, show yourself. Come on, hit him, hit him, hit him. Oh, there you go. Take that. I'm also just kind of amused that Richmond, Virginia gave us both Lamb of God and Gore. Come on, come on, come on. Where are you? Oh, sure, now you're hiding. Here, take that. Okay, I'm seeing more of this archiving thing that I'm doing. Just kind of amused that it started because a friend of mine who used to be in the adult film industry got all of her films stolen and needed copies of them. My next target. Boom. You're not it. You're not it. You're it. Oh, you frick. Oh, shit. Here. Take that. This. And that hit exactly shit. Take that. You got you. That. Okay, now we're at a reasonable point. Got him. Alright. Man, being a solo act is not easy.
Watching the Guardian tear through our enemies, it used to make me thirsty for combat. But after the Well of Flame being controlled by the Conductor, I don't feel as invincible as I used to. Not with the Vex.
It takes a toll. I've spent so long at my scope that I see the whole world through crosshairs now.
Okay, we got that. Let's see. Oh, try again. There we go. 1. That's good. 12, don't need that. Ooh. 217. Yes, we're going with that one. It's a game that's constantly evolving. They're currently in the process. The game's been going through, like every other one, it goes through growth spurts. But about every 6 months, they rotate in a new season that is going to be running plot points and such, and introducing various elements and characters. So it constantly, like, the game style evolves, the story itself evolves, and of course they keep coming up with new and exciting toys for me to blow up bad guys with. So I'm certainly not going to complain about any of that. Let's see, do I have anything in there? And with that, I have some training and such to do in the morning, so with that in mind, I am going to call it a night, and I look forward to hanging out with everybody again sometime really, really soon. In the meantime, I hope everybody has a good night. Oh, excuse me, while I try to get my act together. Such as it is. Alright, what does this button do? Good night.